In the 15th century, this woman was known to all in Florence, but now she is known all over the world. The canvas of a painter made her an immortal standard of beauty. The painter from Florence, Sandro Botticelli, managed to combine the beauty of an earthly woman and the poetic imagination in his picture, The Birth of Venus. According to the legend, the Venus, goddess of love, was born out of the sea foam. This mythological plot was developed by the Florence poet Angelo Poliziano in his poem Stanzas for the Tournament. A young woman with non-human countenance is carried on a conch shell, wafted to shore by playful zephyrs, and it seems that heaven rejoices in her birth. Botticelli depicts the advent of the goddess as a victorious march of beauty. The sea waves and the wind from the west, Zephyr, are carrying the shell with the young Venus to the island of Cyprus. Zephyr is depicted in the embrace of his spouse Flora, the queen of the vegetation kingdom. The goddess of spring, Aura, is waiting for her on the shore, her neck being decorated with the evergreen myrtle, the symbol of eternal love. Aura's attire, decorated with flowers, contrasts with the young goddess's nudity. Aura is ready to cover Venus's body with regal garments to conceal the perfect beauty of her body from people's eyes. The nude woman, tender and lithe, is beautiful in her thoughtfulness and serene spirituality, refrained harmony of proportions, and chaste grace of gestures. The wind is blowing her wonderful golden hair, and it cascades down the goddess's fragile shoulders. This sinless creature is destined to bring to earth not only happiness, but also a storm of destructive. Venus's face, with thin brows, rose in bewilderment, and a sad fold of lips, is resigned and helpless. Venus by Botticelli is so beautiful that we hardly notice her shoulders that are receding too much and her unnatural hand position. All the liberties of the artist only enhance the ineffable charm of this tender creature. Botticelli, unlike other masters of the Renaissance, was able to depict perfectly expressive lines. In his best pictures, Primavera and The Worship of the Magi, and numerous depictions of Madonnas, Botticelli revealed the world of feelings and emotions not known before. The characters in his pictures are not strict and grand. They are refined and elegant. The figures are graceful, their movements are abrupt, and their gait is like a dance. This picture dates back to 1486. It was painted at the height of the painter's creative abilities, when he was patronized by the Medici family which ruled Florence. Lawrence, the Wonderful's brother Giuliano Medici, regarded Botticelli as a special favorite. A number of historians share the opinion that Giuliano's sweetheart, the beautiful Simonetta Vespucci, became the prototype of Venus. In 1475, to the order of Giuliano Medici, the artist painted the banner of the Knights Tournament, where he depicted Athena Pallada. But everybody in Florence perfectly understood that this beautiful woman was Simonetta. Botticelli, who may have been in unrequited love with Simonetta, depicted her in his other pictures as well, in the images of Judith, Truth, and Justice. Giuliano and Simonetta's love was interrupted tragically. In 1476, Simonetta died of consumption, and 2 years later, Giuliano was stabbed by a hired killer. Simonetta's death turned out to be a deep personal grief for the painter. With time, his pain did not disappear. Trying to soothe his sufferings, he depicted the image of his beloved on the canvas The Birth of Venus. It may be one of the reasons why the image of perfect beauty is tinted by Botticelli with sadness. Unlike most works performed on the wood basis for painting The Birth of Venus, Botticelli chose the canvas. According to the tradition, the painter used tempera, paints mixed with an egg yolk. It allowed to obtain the matte tone. To give brightness, Botticelli applied varnish composed from resin dissolved in the essential oil. The most part of Botticelli's paintings, where nude women were depicted, were lost in the painter's lifetime already in the fires kindled by the religious fanatic Savonarola. It was a miracle that the canvas The Birth of Venus remained intact. Some time ago, the painting was placed in one of the halls of the Medici villa, and now it decorates the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. The early Renaissance master, Sandro Botticelli, embodied the lofty dream about the world full of light and harmony with the help of poetic language of painting.